Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Social Science Mantra, and you are watching video number 1, chapter 1, French Revolution, History, class 9. Okay, so in earlier videos I have already explained the chapter size and location. In this chapter we are going to discuss the French Revolution, which was the first revolution and the oldest revolution which gave the idea of liberty, equality and fraternity. So what was the history behind that revolution? How this revolution took place, what were the causes of this revolution, and how the leaders established and they were capable to make this France country as independent, and how they established the republic ideology there. So everything we will discuss in this chapter one by one. So let's start the chapter. So in 1774, Louis XVI, who belongs to the Bourbon dynasty of Spain, and we can say this Bourbon dynasty, he belonged to the family of Bourbon kings. Okay, so in 1774 he became the king of France. He ascended on the throne of France in 1774, and he married to the Marie Antoinette, okay, when he was 20 years old. So when he ascended on the throne of France, he faced certain problems. France was already in an economic crisis, and France was already suffering with the various problems. So when he ascended on the throne, what were those initial problems? Very important question for the examination point of view. So what were those initial problems? It includes the treasury was emptied. It means when he became the king, already the treasury was empty. It means the king was not having sufficient money to invest on the public, for the public welfare, for various other development projects. He required money that was not there with the state. Okay. Second one was the long year of war drained financial resources of France. It means that France was involved in continuous war with the nations, and because of this long year of war, the financial resources of the France got drained, and we can say reduced. Okay, the amount got reduced. One more point was there that as the France was already facing this acute economic crisis, although they have to bear the cost of maintaining an extravagant court at Versailles, they have to bear the cost of maintaining the court, because the king, all the proceedings will take place in the court. So just to maintain the proceedings, they have to invest more and more money, they have to spend more expenditure on that, and that was again a reason for the empty treasury. It was, you can say, add-on with the empty treasury. So again a part of economic crisis. Under Louis XVI, France helped 13 American colonies to get independence from common enemy Britain. It means France and America both were having a common enemy, that was Britain. As we know that Britain was the most influential country and most powerful country before the World War I, okay, and it was a dominant nation. But in the World War I, 1970, when America appeared on the world platform, he introduced that how powerful America is. Okay, before that Britain was the powerful country. So France also helped America, 13 American colonies to gain independence, and this was another reason for the financial resources to drain out. Okay, so this was another problem for the France, and in front of the king Louis XVI. Okay, so all these along with this war, the continuous war added more than $1 billion livres to debt. Already the indebtedness was there with the France, and this continuous war added 1 billion more livres. Livre means a French currency. Okay, can be asked in one mark question. So French currency, the livre, 1 billion livre more added. Already this was 2 billion. It means now they have to pay 3 billion debt to the creditors from whom they have taken the loan. Okay, so this was another blow for the crippled economy of France. Now the lenders who had already provided the credit to the France and to the state, now they also increase the rate of interest. 10% they start charging. So we can say it was again another hit. Okay, so all these problems faced by the king, and it can only be solved out with the economic measures. that what economic measures should be taken by the king at the time of his ascending on the throne, how to recover the economy of the France. So he decided to impose taxes. To meet out all its regular expenses, the French king Louis XVI decided to impose some taxes. Okay, and what were those regular expenses? The regular expenses including the cost of maintaining an army, because a king, for the control of the government, for the control of a nation, he need and require an army, and to maintaining charges will be there. How to maintain that army without money? So cost of maintaining an army, cost of maintaining the court at Versailles, and cost of running government offices or universities. Okay, so everything need money. So just to meet out all these regular expenses which cannot be denied at all. Okay, so just to meet out all these regular expenses, the French king Louis XVI has taken steps including the imposition of taxes. Okay, so the next topic is, let's understand the French society setup. Okay, so the French society was divided into three estates. Okay, what were those estates? Clergy, nobility, and third estate. The first estate was clergy, belonging to the church. It means members that belong to the church that will come into the first estate, clergy. The second estate was nobility. It means the kings or their relatives that comes into the second group, the second estate, that was nobility. And the third estate, in this group, big businessmen, artisans, weavers, as well as peasants and farmers. All those people, those who do not belong to kings or to the church, they were kept in this third estate. Some were richer and maximum were poor. Okay, so this was the condition there. The first and second estate, these two estates got certain privileges. Okay, and that is why they were termed as superior estates, and the third estate was an inferior estate. Okay, so what was the advantage of being superior estates? That they were not need to pay taxes, they were exempted to pay taxes. That whatever the taxes the king was planning to impose, these two estates need not to pay taxes. So this was the one of the privileges. The second one was they enjoyed feudal privileges. Feudal privileges means they used to get some land rent, okay, as well as they used to get some revenues from the farmers, from peasants, okay, and some taxes. So they were enjoying certain feudal privileges, the land related privileges, including the feudal dues, the land revenues and all, okay. Whereas the third estate people, being sufferer, okay, being a suffering section, they have to render services. Although the 90% peasants in this group, the population was 90%. The peasant in the population, they were 90% only in population. But the 60% land was owned by rich. The rich people, or you can say the clergy and nobility people, they were enjoying 60% of land. They have the control over the 60% of land. Only 40% of land is occupied by these 90% of population. Okay, population wise they are more in number, but according to the area, who are enjoying the areas, who are controlling the areas, clergy and nobility. That was the reason that they were titled as inferior section. Okay, so they have to render services, they have to provide services to the lord, to the owners of those belonging to these two estates. Like they have to serve in army, they have to participate in the building roads, they have to provide the domestic services to their owners. So all these kinds of suffering were related to this third estate. The taxes which were the king imposed by the king, there were the two types of taxes. The first one is tithe and the second one is tithe. Okay, so tithe means what? This type of tax levied by the church, it means the church is going to extract this kind of tax. Okay, the clergy member, the church members, and in this type of tax, 1/10 of agricultural production. Already they are not having too much land, and whatever the production they will have on that land, 1/10 of their production they have to give as a part of tax to church members. Okay, this was tithe. The tithe was the direct tax which was levied by state. It means the king and the state government directly took the tax that is termed as tithe. Okay, so these were the two type of taxes were taken by the king himself or the state himself. Okay, the king imposed the two type of taxes. So student, in this video we cover up very important points. What were the initial problems at the time of ascending the throne by Louis XVI, and what was the society set up in France, the three mark question, and as well as the type of taxes. So all these questions are very important for the examination point of view. In next video we will continue the chapter. Okay, thank you so much.